Hey everybody, it's me again. I haven't made a video in a little while, and it's that time again. League start is coming, and the patch notes are out, and boy, are the patch notes something else here. Obviously, I'm sure everybody knows at this point that there's just pretty much been sweeping nerfs to a lot of support gems. Mana builds are pretty gutted. There's Actually, a lot of the melee skills did receive buffs. The base skills received a lot of buffs. Um, what I'm going to be doing, and the purpose of this video is I'm just going to be talking about what my plans for kind of league start are, or the beginning of the league. I'm actually not going to be playing the majority of day one and pretty much all of day two. I won't be playing League Start on those 2 days because I actually have a wedding that I need to attend. So I am going to be missing out on the first 2 days, but it's okay. But I'll get hopefully some game time back in on Sunday and then going into that following week. So I'm going to be I'm going to build or League Start with this guy here. It is a Chieftain. It's going to be a Totem Chieftain build. It's going to be running Ancestral Bond, which apparently you don't really see much anymore, but I'm going to give it a try and see how it goes. If anything, I can always switch out of Ancestral Bond and do something else. But I figured I would try a Brutus-led Sprinkler build with strength stacking and just stacking a bunch of fire damage. And yeah, just kind of seeing what happens. The build, I tried to kind of make it so that it sort of tried to weave past and avoid most of these hard hitting nerfs. There pretty much is no avoiding the flask nerfs. That's a given. What kind of sucks is this build is crit, and the diamond flask nerf is gonna hurt quite a bit since now it's not lucky anymore. It's just 100%. As you can see, even in this sample here, with lucky crit chance, it effectively takes it up from 50 to 75%. It's going to be nowhere near that anymore. 100% critical strike chance will now probably maybe take this from 50 to, like, I don't know, 56% maybe. I have no idea, but it's going to be a whole lot less. And actually, just out of curiosity, why don't we take a look? 100% increased critical strike chance. Let's see how much this actually does. Yeah, okay, so it's only 59 now, so quite a massive difference. Still not nothing, but definitely not 75% anymore. So it's quite a massive nerf. Um, but my plan was to use right now. Currently, I'm using a placeholder, just spell totem, but I'm gonna try to use that new Earth Shatter. I do have it pulled up here, right here. So I'm gonna try using this new skill, Earthbreaker. Earthbreaker support is basically a spell totem for slam skills. Supports slam skills. Yeah, so it's basically a spell totem for slam skills. I don't know why they didn't release a totem like this a lot earlier in Path of Exile's history, because they released spell totem like literally, I think, in beta or something like that. But they didn't do this one for a while. And I'm kind of surprised it's only slam skills. I would have wanted to maybe see like everything, but or supports like all attacks, but oh well, all melee attacks that is. But yeah, it looks like a pretty cool gem, so I'm gonna try it. I've kind of had an itch to play totems. I also had an itch to play bows again, but uh, bows look pretty rough, so I just decided to avoid all that because they nerfed ignite. Poison seems okay-ish, but nah, I was never really a fan of those like poison assassins and all that stuff. So decided to go for the good old totem chieftain. So I'm using multiple totems because this effectively received a nerf or a buff. It effectively received a buff because it didn't get nerfed. So I could have used instead of multiple totems like Conk Effect, but Conk Effect got nerfed pretty good. I think Conk Effect was one of the ones that got nerfed by like 15% or something, or 20% even. I don't remember, but Conk Effect got hit quite a bit. So multiple totems didn't get touched at all. So effectively, multiple totems did receive a buff. So I'm gonna be trying multiple totems. I plan to use multiple totems with a +1 totem shield, and then obviously also ancestral bond. So it's going to be quite a bit of totems, 2, 3, 4, um, plus the one original, so it's 5, which may be kind of overkill. I don't know yet. I don't think any of these give you +1 totems as far as I'm aware. Yeah, it doesn't. Um, but yeah, otherwise it's a pretty standard Brutus lead sprinkler build. My other skills here are Ellie Focus. Ellie Focus got hit pretty hard. I think it went down from 54 to 39. So there's quite a bit of a hit, but really nothing to avoid it. Interestingly enough, Awakened Melee Fizz pretty much didn't get touched. I don't know how that made it through the chopping blocks. Um, yeah, they did not really touch Awakened Melee Fizz. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have the AOE or whatever. Oh, sorry, that's Melee Splash. Melee Fizz. It doesn't have the Intimidate anymore, which kind of sucks, but nah, I kind of wish they left this because now it's like, I don't know. And now Grant's supported, so you get a little bit less attack speed. So it still did get nerfed a little bit, but comparatively, it's not that bad. So I'm still using Awakened Melee Fizz. Conpath got a good buff. I think it got a effective, like, constant trade. Oh, hold on. Consecrated path. All right, let's see. Where is it? Yeah, I got a pretty good buff from 184 to 230. So got a 46% increased effectiveness, damage effectiveness. So that's pretty substantial, and hopefully it outweighs, losing some of that more damage on Ellie Focus. Pulverize got a bit of a hit too. It was at 59, and I think now it's also at like 34. So yeah, also a bit of a hit there. Let me just check on that one too. Pulverize. I don't know, 59 to 49, so a 10% hit. So actually not as big as some of these other ones, but still a little bit of a hit. So it is what it is. And yeah, otherwise just kind of honestly standard stuff. Blood and Sand, Immortal Claw. It's gonna be interesting to see what the mana changes with like cast when damage taken. I don't even know if this will happen. Anger, Herald of Ash, and Dread Banner, a Leaf Slam with Fortify, and yeah, I mean, and I actually hold on. Did Fortify get touched? Fortify. Let's see. I know Fortify effect got touched, but I'm curious itself if I don't think the skill itself got really touched, as far as I'm aware. It did get touched a little bit. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, so they did nerf the more melee on Fortify as well. Also by 15%. Sheesh. Yeah. Damn. Alright. Well, yeah, so I'm going with this Pulverize, Conk Path, Awaken Melee Fizz, Awaken Foes, multiple totem spells, and the Earthbreaker Totem. We'll see how this goes. Obviously, I might switch these around. Nothing is really set in stone, but we'll see how that plays out. Wave of Conviction, cast some damage taken, Combustion, VMS. Again, I don't know with these mana changes. I'm not sure how good or how viable these cast some damage taken things will even be now. So that's left to be decided. Brutus Lead Sprinkler hasn't really been touched in a very long time, so I anticipate it still should be pretty good. Just by building out this tree, I'm 1600 strength, which is pretty good. It's a relatively standard kind of Brutus Lead Sprinkler build. Obviously, taking the totem stuff, this build will be crit, which is a little bit, I don't know. Basically, the main thing that sucks is with the diamond flash change, going crit now is a little, ugh. But because that diamond flask always gave you that missing like little chunk that you just needed to have, but now with that gone, I think it's just gonna be a lot harder to get crit capped, and I don't honestly might not even happen. I don't think I can get crit capped for this build anymore. Probably nowhere near it. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's how the build's gonna go. This is the tree. Might of the Meek here, just to buff some of the strength nodes, the life here. Transcendent Flesh here, lose some strength, but gain a lot of crit multi, so that's fine. Running Magmatic, Blacksmith's Clout, Disemboweling as usual. Sorry about the sirens. Divine Fury, kind of all standard stuff, and then since it's Brucelet Sprinkler, it's going to be using the Pain Forger of the Galvanic Hammer. But we'll see how this goes. This is my first time going with the Brucelet Sprinkler build, and I haven't done a strength tracking build in a very long time. My last strength stacking build I really played was literally my Righteous Fire Strength Stacker from ages ago that I've now pretty much I've broken that build apart and sold off some pieces, so that build is no more. But yeah, so the shield, just a +1 totem shield. Obviously, I'm probably not gonna have anything like this, but that's kind of just best case scenario. Standard helm. Gonna use Iron Fortress. Seems like a pretty good bet for Brucelet Sprinkler. It also, this build is actually be extremely tanky, so I could potentially even play hardcore on this build because I have about 8,000 life, and my chance to block attacks is going to be pretty damn high, probably somewhere around 50%, maybe 60%. I don't know, but it's going to be pretty high because 50 strength, one block. I have 1600 strength with the shield at 23%. It's going to be quite a bit of block chance, so that's actually pretty nice. I think I don't think I want to run Roomies because Roomies is complete garbage now. They just totally gutted Roomies. I think now Roomies is at like 12 and 6, which is just, God, it's so low. That's just awfully low. Um, yeah, 12% block and 6% spell block. It's just abysmally low now. So, oh man. It's funny, I still have my 40/20 roomies on standard. That thing is worth like 4 mirrors now, and God, it just doesn't compare to this trash now at all. I mean, roomies is just junk now. But anywho, yeah, Iron Fortress. So I'll still have a good amount of block. Just standard, just rare gloves. I do not expect this build to be some crazy tens of millions of damage build. This is definitely not that build. Um, However, hopefully it's able to survive a little more because my life pool is going to be pretty great. I have a good amount of, not a great amount of regen, but I have a decent amount of life regen. Um, and the attack block as well. So hopefully this build actually is going to be pretty tanky. Zoth's Blood, pretty standard. Just essentially, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Avatar of Fire, of course. The thing is I'm actually running Magmatic Strikes. So this actually already gives me 40% conversion, and with the skill also, I'm actually already at 90%. So potentially, I could maybe not even use Zoth's Blood and put in something else, and maybe just pick up Nigamahu Flames Advance for that last 10%. I don't know if this applies to totems. I'm pretty sure it does. So that's something I could potentially mess around with. But still, the percent life, percent increased strength, the amber base is still pretty nice. Cover enemies in ash. And then otherwise, it's just kind of standard stuff. Lion's Roar got gutted as well. I think Lion's Roar. Yep, Lion's Roar is down to 10% now. from 25. So that's a big hit on Lion's Roar as well. So we're losing also 15% on Lion's Roar, which is, man, that's terrible. This flask, when it first came out, used to be at 35% more damage. And now it is down to 10%. So really low. Yeah. But that's about it. Just a standard Brutish Lead Sprinkler build, except I'm going to be doing the Earthbreaker Totem thing with Conk Path. The reason why I chose Conk Path is because I just like Consecrated Path, and I know the Consecrated Ground got nerfed to shreds. Pretty much Consecrated Ground isn't much of a thing anymore, as far as I know. Yeah, Consecrated Ground effect no longer grants 100% increased critical strike chance. So yeah, it still grants the regen, I guess, but Consecrated Ground is basically kind of useless. And I might still run a Bottled Faith because actually instead of potentially the Diamond Flask, or maybe I'll run the Diamond with the Bottled Faith, and maybe that might. So maybe instead of the Silver Flask, I'll run the new and nerfed Bottled Faith, which may um, just eke out that last bit of critical strike chance, or a little more at least. It probably still won't cap me by any means, but it's going to have now 100% increased critical strike chance, and then the Consecrated Ground 9-10% increased damage taken is still there, so might actually use Bottled Faith. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. I'm just going to start with this Brutus Lead Sprinkler. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Haven't done the strength stacking build in a while, so it should be pretty fun. Won't start league start right away. Gonna probably start on Sunday or Monday. But yeah, that is about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully not everybody is turned off by this league, and hopefully we'll still get a decent turnout on this league, and hopefully not everybody quits, right away. So it's interesting going to see how the player retention is going to go with this league, and considering it's a pretty, this is definitely, I would say, by far the biggest patch of nerfs, I think, probably in like PoE history. If not, it's definitely up there. The last really big patch of nerfs that I remember, or at least pretty significant to me, was the energy shield nerfs that happened. I don't even remember when that was, but that was a while ago. Basically, when they scaled down all the energy shield, and they took out like the nodes behind CI, and they lowered all the base values of energy shield a bunch. I don't remember what patch that was, but that was the last time I remember like really major nerfs. So we'll see how it goes for this one. Another nerf, another set of nerfs coming up here. So yep, that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching the video, and good luck on the league start.